It may not be reflected very much in the anime, but the novel is so clear that it seems beautiful. The Sokushi series is a parody of the all Isekais, and each of the secondary chapters that Takato encounters throughout his adventures represents one of the powerful of the most famous chapters from the other series. We already found Subaru, we already found Ice Oregon, and now we found Rimuru Tempest too. And the funny thing is that he couldn't last even 3 minutes on screen, a chapter who in the background was a god himself. In the same way as Arnos Voldigoat stole the power of the god of destruction, or when Yogiri murdered a man who had usurped the power of gods, and even have definitive abilities that allowed him to analyze and understand all the phenomena of the world. They had even deployed a person ego as if it were Raphael himself. Look, do you remember chapter number 6 when Takato is crossing a combat arena and finds a fight between a rabbit girl and a half-demon elf? For the man who was sitting on the throne is, as he had told them, a person who had reached a peak of power, the pinnacle, and even more than an immortal god and usurped his power. He has so much ability, he has so much strength that border doom began to consume him. There was not one in this world capable to stopping him or perhaps confronting him. His wisdom was also infinitive. Possessing of the original ability to create abilities, the first thing he did was create a virtual assistant in quotes that existed in his brain in the same way that the Great Sek exists in Rimuru. He gave him an explanation of all the universal concepts in the world, since he had access to immeasurable mountains of information, analysis of enemies, and depending on the situation in which he found himself, he could create a contingent ability for the moment to nullify any type of enemy that was there confronting. Basically, he had recognized it himself. He was invincible, and to try to combat the border doom he against disciplines, he gave the strength, power, and abilities. Because he wanted to see how far they were going to go, how strong they would become, and if they would be capable of that, with their results, could rid him and feel alive once again. But well, it all ended at that presently moment. When Yogiri killed him, he activated an accelerated thinking mode known as a commanded mode, where time stopped and his companion Megadon who would be the equivalent of Raphael, told him that everything was over. He had been a victim of an ability that is basically the end of everything. Already at this moment, once he came out of the rising mind states, he would simply find the end. There is no method or way to survive, and the worst thing is that his ultimate started to mock him, and he said, well, since this will be the last time we talk, I want to let's go. You will be died, friend, and all because you fated the wrong man.